Good evening. Hello, welcome in, welcome one, welcome all, welcome in once again to another edition of the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan, the only show where we would watch Kamen Rider ZETZ live and then take a look back and wonder, what the fuck just happened? I'm, of course, your host with the most, the mercenary with the kicks, coming to you from 2286, Call Sign Henshin, coming to you live once again for another edition of the show. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Saturday evening? A very hot Saturday evening, I might add. Very hot. It's like 95 degrees outside today, and I was like, you know something wrong when the heat is overpowering your air conditioning. I'm like in my own house sweating because, like, jeez, man. Like, I have the air conditioner on full blast, I'm still frying. Like, jeez Louise. But yeah, we are getting Nox's final form today, which, you know, based. Amazing, beautiful, epic. That shit's gonna go hard. I tell you that with 100%, 1,000%. So here we are once again. We come here together as fellow soldiers, as fellow writers, as we impart the word of the writer to the masses. And we get settled down. And we settle down into what is quite possibly going to be the most batshit insane episode of ZETZ to date. And there's only like 12 episodes left, I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, we have 12 episodes left in the show. 12. Count them, 12. 12 episodes. We are almost... Bro, I can't believe this season is almost over. Oh, I can't believe it's almost over. It's a bunch of bullshit. I wish they would just extend this for a season 2. But, like, man. I can't believe it's almost over. It's so good. I don't know if, like, Mice will be able to, even live up to this. This is by far the best season in the history of Kamen Rider. Like, there's no beating this. There's no rising above this, I don't think. I think we've hit peak. Like 50 episodes of peak. Not a single wasted episode in the bunch. It's crazy that we've been on such a hot streak. Can't believe we're getting... Yeah, I wouldn't... no, Kabuto is good, but I wouldn't say Kabuto is peak. That show had its slew of issues. But it was still good. I'm still watching through it. It's still good. But I would not compare Kabuto to ZETZ. Like, Kabuto is just... It's okay. It's good. But not on the level of ZETZ. Not on the ZETZ level, if you will. On the ZETZ. Like, how do I put this? I forget the guy's name, but the main character of Kabuto in the series is so unlikable. But, like, because he's there, yeah. Tendo is like, he was such a horrible character. Like, he was such an unlikable dude that somehow halfway through the show, the fact that he's so unlikable loops back to making him likable. It's weird. Because I was so uncomfortable watching this motherfucker throughout that whole show. And then once we get to the midpoint when Drake and everyone else is there, it's like, motherfucker, I like this guy now. It's like, I didn't like him when the show started. And then we get to the halfway point, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker likable now. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, I genuinely did not enjoy Tendo to start because like we didn't know much about him, and every time he would just show up out of nowhere, just be conveniently there, it would piss me the fuck off. Like, he just happens to be everywhere and be certified to do these things, and like he felt like a walking plot device. But then, like, once we get into actually entering the crater and like figuring things out there, that's when I'm like, oh, this guy's starting to rub off on me. He's starting to become endearing. You know? Did we ever meet his grandma in the show, or is she like canon dead? Because I feel like she's such a big plot point, and it's like Tendo is Ace and Baku's grandpa. I don't believe it. I don't think so. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. Maybe in Baku's case, Ace is God. He's literal God. So if you're trying to tell me Tendo Soji knocked a bitch up and gave birth to God, I don't buy it. I think he's just aura. Like, he doesn't aura farm because he is aura. You know what I mean? You don't need to farm when you yourself are the aura. And even that, although I will say Ace kind of has the same thing Tendo has going on, in which I don't care for him. Right? Because, like, as far as I got in, I was more invested in Tyrant or Tycoon more than I was invested in Geats. Right? I haven't gotten to the point where Ace has become endearing to me. Because, like, again, he's a god. He's got literally everything. He wins all the time. He hasn't had strife yet. So it's like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm supposed to like this guy when he wins all the goddamn time? He's a walking MacGuffin. But I'm sure if I watch more of that series, I'll probably grow to like him. But that's what baffled me. Like, Kabuto is like, I don't know. I just never. I don't know. It's just more like, if I look at Tendo in a vacuum, I hate his guts. But then if you look at him in the context of the story and we start finding more and more out about him, then I start like thinking, oh crap, I'm empathizing with him. You know? But in a vacuum, he's extremely unlikable. Yeah, we'll head to the theater in just a second. But yeah, like he... Like, I don't even know if that's by design. I just, like... It pissed me off that he would always just show up. Right? He just happened to be at freaking Zek to become the Bee. Or some shit. He became the Bee briefly. And then, like... It was weird that he just showed up in the operating room and was a surgeon. He is a conveniently qualified to be a surgeon? What? Like, dude, like the fact that he just showed up everywhere pissed me the fuck off. Like, he was like... Yeah, and I think that's why, like, halfway through he started rubbing off on me. Because, like, in a vacuum, he sucks! But then, like, as the story goes along, I'm like, I've seen him enough. Yeah, he's likable, yeah. Alright, we got 30 seconds. Let's move over, shall we? Alright, are we ready? Are we ready for some football? Going to the theater, a lovely theater. Alright, 10 seconds. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. He is! He does! Or he was! Or he used to! It's amazing to me that 6 actually still follows him.
本当の夢は俺が取り戻す。再び手に入れたゼッツの力で俺は戦おう。俺たちが目指す俺たちの夢のために。
And then the alliance was formed.
小高よかったな。本当のお前に戻れて。
本当なんですか？あなたが極秘防衛機関のエージェントって。
バカの言う通り、これからは俺たちと一緒に戦おう。
もう人の生活に戻るつもりはない。コードを道連れにして闇に消える。
Take code with him?
小高。
そういう意味だ。ずっと覚悟を決めていたのかもしれない。自分の命と引き換えにコードを壊滅させると。
そんなこと絶対に認めないぞ。あいつは誰よりも正義感に満ちた警察官だった。死なせてたまるか。
取り戻すんだ。コードに奪われたみんなの夢を。
The cowlick is fucking with me. I mean, we know it's a part of his character, but like seeing it like just out there, no one acknowledging it, fucks with me. That just screws with me, man. It fucks with the visual, you know, because that was like a big part of when we first saw him, and now that's just there, and they don't acknowledge it anymore. So it's like when I see it just randomly out there, it's like, bruh, like what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Also, is it why would Nox feel the need to make the ultimate sacrifice now? Like, was that his intent? Like, does he know something that Baku doesn't? Like, because it feels like if he knows something that he's willing to sacrifice his life to take it down, clearly he knows something. Something that might be more, how do I put this? Something that might be more deep in the trenches than even what Zero knows. Zeronos. Denebu! No, but there's definitely feels like there's more to it. I feel like Nox knows more than what he's letting on. But how would he know something so deep that not even Zero knows it? Morzetless control. Oh. That's that doesn't work. That wordplay doesn't work very well. My boy, you about to be executed?
なぜ指令を無視した？ Z ドライバーをセブンの手に渡すなと言ったはずだ。
ゼロの司令官の指示に従ったまでだ。
あの男にも指揮権など。
コードナンバー3。
Oh.
あんたがやってることは本当に正しいのか？
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
俺はもうあんたの指示には従えない。
You're betrayed for. He gonna kill you, motherfucker!
今日はもう休め。
You're a marked man, dude. You're a marked man. Do not get in your car! Do not get in your car! It's going to explode with you in it! Don't do it, man! Please do not turn the ignition. Do not turn the ignition. I'm begging you, do not put the key in the ignition, please. Don't press the button. Yeah, I knew it! I fucking knew it! Son of a bitch! No! I fucking called that shit! God fucking damn it!
具合でも悪いの？大丈夫？
Wait, is Nem actually
や
awake?
めなさい、ファン
Oh,
トム。
never mind.
こんな幻影。
お母さん、私はここにいるよ。
No, it's not her. Hello. Uh-oh, she's breaking. She's breaking. She's breaking.
悪夢を叶えてあげる。夢で身ごもった私が生まれて、その私に命を奪われる。
ノックス。
目を覚ませ。こいつはファントムの幻影だ。
Wait, okay, Nox is aware of her?
もう長くはなさそうだな。ザレディ。夢の世界に引きずり込まれるのも時間の問題だ。
その時はその時。手段は問わないわ。
似合わない真似をよせ。それじゃあジークと変わらない。
私の悪夢を求めるか。
力がいる。
Wait, what?
見えるぞ。お前の心の奥に宿る深い闇が。
Okay. Are we back in Nox's dream? Actually, now that I think about it, hello, Legion Recruit. How you doing? Thinking about it now, did they ever? Because they went into Nox's dream, but I don't recall them destroying the specific nightmare.
あの言葉。コードを道連れにして闇に消える。ナイトメアの力を使う。
Having a oh man, you got that clogged up paper towels, all that shit.
小高さんは深層心理にいるはず。
信じられない。ナイトメアとか、深層心理とか。
Let's go and just lean your head back and just enjoy the stream, man. Don't trouble you. Don't worry about having a.
まだ夜じゃないのに。
きっと小高さんだ。
ノクスが。
どうやらノクスはコードを壊滅させるために命を捨てる覚悟のようだ。全ては我々コードが招いたこと。けじめをつけなければ。
There it is.
お前の力をもらいに来た。むしろ好都合だ。コードを闇に葬るためにな。
Oh, okay.
この男は永遠の闇をさまよう。二度と目覚めることはない。
彼を見くびらないことね。
You truly do. This is Nox we're talking about.
小高さんの助けです。ここで待っててくれ。おい。ちょっとトイレ。
行くつもりですか？あなたにとって大高さんってどんな人なんですか？
ナイトメアが存在するかどうかで酒をかけた。
Okay, that's a flimsy excuse.
その程度の中だ。
No, it's not, you motherfucker. God, why can't anyone ever give direct answers?
バカな人たち。
きっと小高さんだ。
おい。藤見さん、小高はいたか。なんで来たんだ。ほっとけるか。ここが小高の深層心理か。
ああ。でも前来た時と違う。彼の心に変化が。
どうでもいい。どっかにあいつがいるんだろ。
Just fist bump him and be over with it, man.
あれは
小高。
何しに来た？
こんなとこで何して帰ってこい。出て行け。ふざけんな。俺は諦めないぞ。
戻るつもりはないと言ったはずだ。
死んで何かを成し遂げるなんてのはな、無責任な人間がやることだ。残された人間の気持ちはどうなる？
Technically, who has he left behind?
本当に実在してたんだろ？
藤見さん。
なら賭けは俺の負けだ。一生酒をおごってやる。だからコードの闇だろうが何だろうが全部暴くんだ。それが海事課の使命だろ。
なんでそこまで変わらずにいられる？コードソムニアの影響を受けたのに。
あ？
記憶や感覚、心を改ざんできたとしても魂までは変えられないんだ。
Facts.
魂か。
Damashi. That's the magic word.
そうだな。
どんな闇だろうと光で暴く。
我が力をものにするか。
Punch it, baby! Boom! And then darkness crawls across the land. He turned off the fucking moon! He turned off the moon!
ミッドナイトシャドウ。
それがお前の魂。
もうあんたが闇に消えることはない。信じるよ。なら俺たちは俺たちでやるべきことを貫くまでだ。
ああ。
Seeing Nox smile is kind of not okay. Off-putting may not be word. It's definitely a little unsettling.
この事件読めた。公安が隠し続けた真実、それはこの世界に暗躍する極秘防衛機関コードの存在。我々はコードの陰謀によって記憶、感覚、心までも改ざんされていたんだ。我々は騙されている。目を覚ますべきだ。もし俺が消されたら全てが真実だと証明される。
お願いですからやめてください。
そんなに公安を守りたいか？
藤見さんだって危険な目に遭うかもしれないんですよ。
信じてくれるのか？俺のこと。
別にそういう意味じゃ。
死後全国民に知らせる時だ。アスカ。誰だ？
Uh-oh. Oh!
知りすぎたものを消す。
コードか。お前らの闇はいずれ明るみになる。
そんな日は来ない。
Uh-oh.
闇に消えろ。
Ooh. Keyword! You shouldn't have said that.
お前だ。懲りない男だ。
Extra.
理想。
Oh, I thought it was extra. Okay, it's just booster now. Okay. Punch it, Nox! Punch it! Okay, that it hits. Turbine! Nox! 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 Oh, that kicks all the ass. Oh god, the suit, it's fucking fire, dude. Beautiful. He don't need no fucking blade. He is the blade. Oh shit. Catastrophe. It was a ruse. Nox's distraction. Yeet. Catastrophe. I love it. Get back extreme. Baby. That's a... Wait, is he just gonna get his shit, or is there more shit in here? This is working out way too good.
I'm on it.
Hit it, baby. Issue. Salute, Rider. Woo! Fuck your force field. Nope. Now you're thinking with portals. It is indeed. You honestly think that's gonna stop him? Nope. You fucked up. Uh-oh. Where is he? Dude, this suit is so slick. I love it. You fucked up? Nope. Look up, you motherfucker. Wait, is he gonna die? Oh, he took some damage. Wow, somebody finally hurt 3 for a change.
なぜとどめを刺さない。
コードが犯した罪を証明させる。
どこまでも甘い。
Uh-oh. Plot twist! He's turning into a confession! He's turning into a written confession! Oh my god, that's insane! He's turning into a written confession! That's amazing! Wait, what? Hold up! Hold the fuck up!
私は
改ざんが解けたんだ。
ネムちゃんがいる。え？立体だ。
Good job.
Where did it go? Even he noticed it. Plot twist. The gore nightmares are here, baby. Sekai, Kamen Rider ZETZ.
コードソムニアの影響か。覚醒したんだよ。俺の中の。
Punish goes rogue.
コードサムニアのカプセルも奪い去ったのもお前か。
Who took it? See, we're wrapping this up very nicely. We are wrapping this up pretty damn well. Let's hop over to the let's chat about this. Let's talk about it. So, we're wrapping this up really nice. This is becoming pretty much, we are bringing in the gore nightmares. Zeeg returns again. I don't know. The thing is, they're saying that Punish goes rogue. I feel like that suit might be operating without Zeeg. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. It's just saying Punish goes rogue, not that Zeeg goes rogue. Because remember, Zeeg does not exist. 5 got caught lacking in his car. I knew the minute that they just let him walk to his car, I knew there was a car bomb in it. Like, there was, like, without a shadow of a doubt, a car bomb. Like, I knew at the minute, like, he sat down, and I'm like, do not turn the ignition or press the ignition button. Do not do it. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. That is very typical of a, I don't want to say it's typical of a secret agent story, but, of a secret agent movie, but it does happen. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like if I feel like Nem's Deus Ex Machina is that she gets in touch with her nightmare side and then evolves into a superior being. I feel like that's where they're going with this, because if you look at how I was laughing my ass off. He became a full confession of his crimes. That shit was fucking hilarious. I'm like, Jesus. How do you, like... Just a written confession of his crimes. He dies of a print paper storm. Yoshino, man, what the fuck? He just turned into paper. He dies to his own confession. No, he dies because he is his own confession. You know what you do? You take the paper, you press it down, put it in a book, print the Bible on it. No, I'm kidding. That's an old joke from like way back in the day. I don't even know if anyone remembers that bit. But yeah, man. I was not expecting that. I thought of all the ways that he was gonna die. Literally turning into paper was not on my list. I was thinking either his body disappears in the real world, or he turns into slime again. Never in my mind did it ever occur to me that he was going to turn into paper. Like, it's so dumb, but I love it. Oh, man. We still don't know who's the dreamer for the Oblivion. All we know is that right now, Code Somnia is still out there. Do the Gore Nightmares have it? We don't know. Does Zeke have it? Again, probably not, because again, Zeke only exists if Baku thinks about bad dreams. And Nem, for that matter. Because if you notice, like, it doesn't really happen. Because if you remember, then when Nem summoned him again, freaking, fuck, why did I forget her name? Minami didn't know what that was. She wasn't thinking about dreams. That's Nem. So literally, only if Baku or Nem are thinking about bad dreams is when Zeke shows up. Zeke made a deal with the Punished Nightmare to have the ability to live in dreams when people remember him. You think? I don't remember that actively happening, but yeah. That would make sense. But now Punish is going rogue. So what now? You know? Punish is about to go rogue, do its own thing, and Zeke's just not going to have the ability. It did? Oh, no, yeah, but... Did it? Man, how did I miss that? But then again, how would people... Well, he was already showing up in people's dreams, so that could be a way of remembering. But then again, no one ever talks about him. Why a car to 445? Man, I don't... I just hear the... And I'm like, man, why did... We did 5 and 6 dirty. That is some absolute bullshit, man. Couldn't have let these fuckers live? Had to put them through this bullshit? Why? And here we are. We're like... Again, we're 12 episodes out, and we have not even attempted to bring Nem back to the land of the living? Like, at all? 6 became slime, and 5 went boom. Because 6 was killed in the dream. 5 was killed in real life. Because that fucking hell, dude. They did him dirty. And you know what bugs me is that there was several briefcases in the room that Baku went into. He could have literally grabbed every single one of those fuckers in there, brought him back to his base, and then like his entire crew would be set. Even if they weren't true rider belts, even if they were invoker systems, they could still make use of that. He could have done that. Motherfucker, just... Nah, man, just my belt. Why do the Gore Nightmares have... Because there are villains. They're our main bad, so of course they gotta have aura. They gotta. You're not gonna give us like final villains and not have them give off or not have them aura farm, are you? Because then at that point, what kind of then you have a villain that has no fucking staying power. There isn't even any driver limitation. Can't. Maybe? I've actually never thought about it. I mean, what is... Unless dream learning is required. I think dream learning might be required because Here's the thing: if you have it, these belts are meant to be used in dreams. If you can't be aware that you're in a dream, I don't think you can use them. Right? It'd be a one-sided thing. It doesn't even necessarily have to be lucid dreaming. It just be dream awareness, right? Because you can still know that you're in a dream and still have no control over it. You know what said in the Minami special, bro? Here's the thing: if I'm looking at it the way the show is phrased, that shit was null and void because the Minami special happened during the premonition era. So 3 is no more. The Somnia orb the capsule is missing. While he broke the spell of the belt, he broke the spell of Code Somnia. It's still out there, but whoever has it is still a mystery. But the thing is how it just vanished. There was no indicator of where it went or who could have taken it. Because if we're looking at the nightmares, if it was a nightmare that took it, there would have been a black aura, right? And if it had been somebody from Code, that would have been, you would have at least seen a hand or something. Or at least a bright aura where the capsule was used. It just vanished. Which leads me to believe that quite possibly Code Somnia is sentient. The thing is, I don't think Phantom is leaving the lady's side as 2 SAS drivers. Yeah, but he's got one as a backup. He's got a backup one. That's what I think. But hear me out. Hear me out. What if the Code Somnia orb... What if the Code Somnia capsum is sentient? And I mean, yeah, an artificial nightmare is a definite possibility because they designed this shit. And remember, if you remember back to the premonition, Nem, because of her half nightmare nature, was kind of teased as the crux of Code Somnia. So since they never got Nem, they might have reverse engineered it, but it might not be perfect. You feel me? It might not be perfect. 3 said a replica. That's what they called that's what they called Nem, who was half nightmare, half human. She's a replica, but in reality, she's a hybrid. That's what 3 called her. So ultimately, they tried to make a knockoff Nem, and clearly it has its own. It has a mind of its own. So now it be teleported that shit out of there because again, it was never perfected. Remember, Zeeg was the basis of that shit, not Nem. Zeeg. And Zeeg was already an unstable motherfucker, so imagine that. So who's to say that Code Somnia isn't going to be unstable as fuck? But at the same time, do you guys think that there could be a power-up past Extreme? The more it's manipulating, the more power it gets? Maybe? I mean, considering it was just connected to the collective consciousness of the entire planet, I wouldn't be surprised if it developed a conscience. I wouldn't be surprised. But I want you guys to think about it. Does this mean that the Code Somnia orb could be a bigger power-up? If it's still in play, does that mean that it can be used by someone? Do you think maybe it could be a specific capsim for a certain somebody that we're still waiting for them to show up? Is this Karma or Cosmic Justice on 3? I would say yes. I wouldn't say specifically Karma, but it would definitely be on the lines of overconfidence. Because the way I see it, 3 already had the power in his hands. And then on top of that, he had the booster power. So on top of that, I think Homeboy thought he was untouchable. So I would probably put it more to hubris. I would definitely put 3 down for hubris on that part. So yeah, I would say that hubris is a definite. Let me turn that down a little bit. So yeah, I would definitely put hubris down as why the reason 3 ate shit, right? Though it's funny to me that we see in the preview Zero is standing in his office again. No one's taken the time to pick up the papers. They're still strewn everywhere. So I'm like, okay, you're just gonna leave this office a mess? This episode was very good. Excited to see where Zeke goes from here. That's the thing, like Zeke right now is big anti-hero energy, right? So I question, like, because here's the thing, with Code Somnia now out there, out and about, and if we're going on the idea that Code Somnia has some sort of sentience, there's a good chance that Code Somnia could break out and what could ultimately be our big bad could show up. Or it could be a power-up for the narrative that we've been pushing the entire show run, is that someone is going to be, one of the females on the show is going to become a writer, and Code Somnia could be their power-up form. Or, on a very extreme off chance, there could be a power that surpasses Extreme for Baku, and it could be Code Somnia. There's a lot of possibilities now with Code Somnia out of anywhere. There's a big possibility, because right now everything has gone back to normal. At least for now. And finally, our people are going to start waking up. In the real world, they're going to start seeing this shit. Everyone remembers what happened. So, everyone remembers the nightmares are a thing. So, right now, things look like they're in hand, right? And that's when the weird shit is there. Code is being exposed? Abso-fucking-lutely. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually expose them, in the news and shit, in the real world. Because remember, this has all been in the dream world so far. But, the only time we ever saw it go to the real world was the 5 death scene. That is it. This is back in the dream realm, the rest of the episode. So next episode, we're going back to the real world. Also, I'm convinced that Nox had personal beef with 3 that they just refused to elaborate on. I feel like there was more personal beef there. That all depends on what Zero does with 3's confession. The way I see it now is that with everything that's been done, you can't cover this up. Right? You can't truly cover up what has been done here. Because as far as you can tell, with what Fujimi did and everything, everyone's going to wake up with the knowledge, well, not even the knowledge, but the name Code will show up in discussion. It'll become like an urban myth of sorts, right? The question, though, is because 3 was the one who did it, right? And he was pretty much representing Code. There's a good chance that Code cannot exist in the way it has been existing, right? So I think what Zero will do is that he will have Code and everything in regards to his existence eradicated. He'll have it dissolved. Code will not exist. At least not in the way it exists now. If anything, Code will be starting over again in the Zet subconscious base. There's apparently leadership above 0 and 3. I don't think I'm starting to not believe that. I mean, I think there is, but like it's been such like a non-thing, right? Like it's teased, but then like nothing is further elaborated on, you know? So I'm willing to believe that that was a MacGuffin of sorts. Though considering the writing of this show, uh, I don't think Takahashi would leave those kinds of like open-end things. I don't think there's leadership in the way we think there is. I think it's genuinely a Gore Nightmare is the one above Zero, and they've just never known that shit. You know? And I could be wrong. But the fact remains is I think Zero is going to dissolve Code in its current form. Pretty much like, even if they'll blow up the headquarters, I don't know what they're going to do, but like Code will not exist the way it's been existing. Code will have to exist in a different way, and I think using ZEZTZ base, Secret Gore Nightmare, more than like maybe, but it'll have to exist in the same way, kind of like how Baku's been existing, kind of like just in his subconscious. I don't even think they'll call it Code anymore. They'll just call the organization ZEZTZ. I genuinely think that's where we're going with that. Because it's been bugging me, right? The way the office is set up, right? Like, you would think that's a lot of, like, the designs and everything. That's a lot for one guy, right? So I feel like maybe, like, that's the way they go about this. Code got too big for its own good. Exactly. Code, pretty much, if you remember the saying, you either die young enough to be the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Code saw itself become the villain. So the only thing that'll stop it is to do the secret agent thing and disavow any knowledge of his actions. This tape will self-destruct in 10 seconds. You know? Like, we gotta, like, shut this down. Shut it down immediately. Because, again, with everything Code's done, if you want to continue to fight the nightmares, you can't do it now that people know that the existence of Code and kind of associate it to the Codesomnia disaster. You can't go about it the same way. So rebranding also wouldn't work. You got to start from scratch, and if you're going to start with scratch with somebody, it's going to be Baku. The whole Zeke thing was already risky at the time, and now Codesomnia. Yeah, like Code, unfortunately, has a paper trail. Quite literally now. 3 is the paper trail. But yeah, like it's left too much of an impact. It's left too much of a what's the word I'm looking at for? It's left too much of a presence, right? And the presence only works if nobody knows about it. But now more people are like catching on thanks to Fujimi, it doesn't make things any easier. So if you want to continue fighting the nightmares in silence, full detachment from the organization. Yeah, full detachment of the organization. That's what you have to do. Code is no more. Dissolve that shit. Start fresh. I mean, what's that saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I think, yeah, that pretty much sums up Code in a nutshell. Were they in the right of wanting to fight the nightmares? Yes. Did they go about the right Did they go about the right way? Fuck no. Gotta run that one back. So Code cannot exist in this form. They gotta reboot that shit. So in a sense, yeah, like again, that's not even a paper trail. That's a trail of bodies. A trail of bodies that, oddly enough, no one's looked for. Which makes me think, I don't know if there's a trend, but I feel like code agents are people who either do not have a presence in the present, like they have no friends, no family, nothing, or they already, like in Six's case, just vanished from the public eye, right? If you look at Five's case, the only person he had was his dad, and his dad died on a mission. Oh no, his dad was killed by a nightmare, sorry. So, they literally had no one that would miss them. Hell, Minami is the same. Outside of Baku, her family died. She didn't have any other family beyond that. So, ultimately, I feel like yeah, definitely, friggin' code agents have a tendency to not have a presence in the current world, and therefore, if they died, no one would miss them. Which, unfortunately, leans into the your guys are numbers. The Yorozus were Agent 50. I think they confirmed that the the Yorozus were Agents 5 and 6. No, not Agent 5 and 6. What was it? Not 3 and 4. No. I think they were... I don't actually know what numbers they were, but I don't think they were 15 and 16. They might have been 8 and 9? Maybe. But then again, I don't know the fucking... The number nomenclature just seems to be kind of all over the place. It just seems to be kind of like weird. I don't know where we're going with this. I mean, I don't know like how the numbering nomenclature is, because it felt like it was jumping all over the place. You know? 7, and then there's 17, and then there's like, it doesn't line up if Baku is 7, and then she's 17, and then the parents were like 15 and 16. That doesn't line up. It's weird. We have all numbers through 1 and 7, and the wiki isn't telling anything besides they were agents. That's why I feel like they're definitely somewhere between 8 and 16. I will grant you that. But I don't think they're directly 15 and 16. I would wager they're more agents 8 and 9. Because I feel like Baku being number 7 was planned from when he was super young. I feel like he was always going to be 7. So when his parents like took him in, I feel like they were made 8 and 9 at the time. Hell, I think in the episode, if we look at the documents that are Zero presents Minami about the parents, it might state what number they are, but I didn't look at them closely to be able to catch it. You know? If anyone wants to go back and look at those, and then like let me know in the comments on the VOD what it is, I'd appreciate that, because I'm probably not going to dig into... I'm not going to probably dig into that. I don't really have the time, unfortunately. But, yeah. So, next episode, things are starting to get crazy. Looks like Zeeg's Nightmare is going rogue. We still don't know where Code Somnia is, and the Gore Nightmares take center stage. Movie villains might be X-Stage. Yeah, that would be par for the course. Because it always seems like the villains in the movies are always, like, involved in, like... Are like, involved in, like, the main organization of the series in some way, shape, or form. Like... How do I put this? Wasn't in the Pac-Man X-Aid movie, wasn't the main doctor had worked at the hospital that Emu works at? You think Code Somnia? Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, Light Hero. We mentioned that there's a big possibility Code Somnia is sentient. And could either be the big bad of the episode, or it could be what either grants either Nem or Minami Kamen Rider powers. Or, in the very off chance, it could be the final power-up for Baku. So like, there's a lot of possibilities there, but definitely Code Somnia is gonna be what is our end game. Code Somnia, that capsum is going to be the end game. So yeah, that's what's going on there with that. But right now, this is a big turning point. The next 2 episodes are going to be what leads us into the finale, into the last 10 episode arcs. Well, it's not a 10 episode arcs, but the last arcs for the final 10 episodes. That's what's coming next. That's what's coming starting next week. Those next 2 episodes, episodes 39 and 40, are going to be what set us up for the last 10. We are setting up big lore next week. So hopefully you guys will be here next week to talk about that. But right now, I think it's time for us to start heading out. I think it's time for us to start wrapping it up. So let me see where I can send my Twitch viewers today. YouTube, just chillax for a second. Just chill for a second. Just listen to the tunes. Just vibe with it, you know? But I do the show. This was fun. It really was. That's the reason why I do this show. Because I love talking theories with y'all. I love speculating what's coming next. It's the whole reason why I do this show, man. I love doing this show. It's beautiful. Good shit. Let's see. I'm gonna send my Twitch peoples. See if I can get that rolling. I'm gonna send my Twitch viewers over to, hopefully his raids are open. Damn, no, his raids are not open. People, please open up your raids on Twitch. Come on. How am I supposed to send you people if you don't allow people in? It's a bunch of crock, man. Bunch of crack. Let's see. Who else can I send y'all to? That is such low views for a partner. What the heck? What is that even? What is that? Alright, on the Twitch side, I'm going to send y'all over to Mythic Duo. Be sure to send them some love in that cool Henshin Core way that you do. But on both platforms, Zet Summer's movie toy was leaked. It's just the Extreme Plate but white. I mean, to be fair, movie power-ups more often than not just recolor existing power-ups. Because they're one-time use, they don't get used again. Very rarely does a movie power-up get used again. But on that note, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow for the Space Sheriff ZEZTZ-udan, because we got to figure out how the fuck they're going to end that one over there. I will see you guys then, but until then, I hope you have a lovely rest of your night. And remember, I am Callsign Henshin, your host with the most, your mercenary with the kicks, coming to you from 2026, reminding you that the future is yours, and yours alone to conquer. So conquer it by any means necessary. I love y'all. I see you. You are valid. Stay sexy. Stay awesome. But overall, stay ready. And I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, peace out.